My fiancée announced she'd invited her ex to our wedding, saying, "If you truly loved me, you'd get it." I responded, "I get it." Then, discreetly, I reached out to his wife and invited her as my plus one. The rehearsal dinner turned epic. I'm 32, male, and should have spotted the red flags months ago, but love blinds you, doesn't it? I've been engaged to Sarah, 29, for 8 months, together for 3 years. Our wedding was planned for next month. 150 guests, upscale venue, all the bells and whistles. Last Thursday, over dinner, Sarah dropped a bombshell. "I invited Ethan to the wedding," she said casually. I nearly choked on my steak. Ethan's her college ex, dated for 4 years, almost got engaged before they drifted apart. "You invited your ex to our wedding?" Her smile was unervingly calm. "Yeah, we're still friends. It'd be odd not to include him." "Sarah, that's not normal." Her expression tightened. "If you loved me, you'd see it's fine. It's mature to stay civil." "Civil? You want your ex at our wedding? God, you're so insecure." "Ethan's married now. His wife can't come. She's traveling abroad, but he'll be there. No big deal." Something felt wrong. Her explanation about Ethan's wife sounded rehearsed, too polished. "What's his wife's name?" I asked lightly. Sarah hesitated. Emily." "Why's that relevant?" "Just wondering." "You've met her?" "Of course. Several times." Too sharp, too quick. I nodded. "You're right, I'm overreacting. If Ethan matters to you, I'm okay with it." She seemed surprised but happy, kissing my forehead. "This is why I adore you." That night I dug deeper. Found Ethan on social media. His wife, not Emily, her name was Lauren, and her profile showed she wasn't abroad. She worked as a pharmacist 20 minutes from our venue. Curious. Over the weekend, I investigated further. Sarah had left her tablet at my place, still logged into her messages. I know, invasion of privacy, but when your fiancé invites her ex to your wedding and lies about his wife, you check. Their texts were overly chummy. Too many remember that time, and those were good days. Ethan wrote, "Wish things had worked out differently." Sarah replied, "Timing's everything." Monday, I made a call. Found Lauren online and messaged her from my real account. "Hi, Lauren. I'm Sarah's fiancé, getting married next month. She invited your husband, Ethan, to our wedding, saying you were abroad and couldn't attend. I see you're local, so I'd like to personally invite you as my guest. The reception's at Willow Creek Estate on the 15th. Within an hour, she replied, "Abroad? Funny, I'm at my desk right now. Ethan said he had a business trip that weekend. Thanks for the invite. I'll be there." This was going to be something. Update 1: the week after contacting Lauren was intense. Sarah kept chatting about wedding plans, seating charts, final details. She mentioned placing Ethan at table 3 with my old college buddies. "Why table 3? I asked. "He won't know anyone else. It'd be rude to stick him with strangers." "Why not with your aunts at table 7? She frowned. "No, that's too far from... table 3's better. Too far from the head table." She nearly said it. Meanwhile, Lauren and I exchanged a few messages. Ethan had been acting off for months. Late nights, secretive with his phone, sudden gym obsession. Classic red flags. Lauren had suspicions but no proof. I shared enough about the texts I'd seen, not specifics that felt wrong, but enough. She was livid, not at me, but at them. "That sneaky woman," she texted. "And my spineless husband, they're perfect for each other." We devised a plan. Lauren would attend the rehearsal dinner as my plus one. Maximum drama, minimum disruption to the actual wedding, if it even happened. 3 days before the dinner, Sarah was reviewing the guest list. "So, just family and the wedding party, right?" I confirmed. "Yeah, and Ethan. I invited him to the rehearsal too." I nearly laughed. "Why?" "He's coming from out of state," she lied. "He lived an hour away. So I thought it'd be kind." "How sweet of you." She missed my sarcasm entirely. On the rehearsal dinner day, I told Sarah I had to help a friend with car trouble. "Now? The dinner's in 2 hours. I'll be fast. They're stuck and need me. You go ahead. I'll meet you there." She was irritated but agreed. I picked up Lauren. She looked stunning. Sleek navy dress, flawless makeup, ready for battle. "You set for this?" I asked. 3 years married, and he's sneaking around with his ex? "Oh, I'm set." We arrived at the restaurant 40 minutes late. I entered first, Lauren trailing behind. The private room held about 30 people, family, wedding party, and, right next to Sarah at the head table, Ethan. Sarah stood, smiling. There you are. We were worried. Then Lauren walked in. The room froze. Ethan's face drained of color, like he'd seen a specter. Hi, darling, Lauren said to Ethan, voice dripping with honey. Surprise. My trip got cancelled. Sarah's jaw dropped, then snapped shut. Lauren, I thought you were abroad. Lauren cut in. Funny, that's what Ethan said about his business trip this weekend. Then Drew kindly invited me. I stepped forward. Everyone, this is Lauren, Ethan's wife. She's my guest tonight, since Sarah was so keen on having Ethan join our wedding festivities. My mom, sharp as ever, caught on instantly. Lauren, so nice to meet you. Sit by me. Update 2: The rehearsal dinner was explosive. Lauren sat across from Sarah and Ethan, between my mom and sister. The tension was electric. Sarah tried to play it cool, but her voice trembled. So, Lauren, she ventured, how long have you and Ethan been married? 3 years, Lauren said, sipping her wine. Though maybe you can tell me how long you've been texting my husband. Forks clinked. Someone cleared their throat. Ethan looked like he wanted to vanish. We're just friends, Sarah said feebly. Lauren pulled out her phone. Friends don't text at 2 a.m. Friends don't send gym mirror selfies. Want me to share some? Ethan finally spoke. Lauren, not here, please. Not here. She laughed. Where then? At your fake business trip? Or those client dinners Sarah always seemed to know about? My groomsman Nate muttered, damn. Loud enough for everyone to hear. Sarah turned to me, eyes welling. Drew, this is a mistake. Is it? I said calmly. Is that why you lied about Lauren being abroad? Why you placed Ethan at table 3, near us? Why you invited him to the rehearsal? You set me up. No, Sarah, you set yourself up. I just invited his wife to your little reunion. Sarah's dad stood. What's going on here? Lauren answered. Your daughter's been having an emotional affair with my husband, maybe more. She invited him to her wedding while ensuring I wouldn't be there. That's not true, Sarah shrieked. Really? I pulled out my phone. Should I show everyone the texts? Ethan saying, can't wait to see you walk down the aisle, and you replying, it's bad luck for the groom, but not for you? Sarah's mom gasped. Her dad's face turned crimson. Ethan stood. We're leaving. We. Lauren laughed. No, you go. I'm enjoying my meal. She turned to my mom. This chicken is divine. My mom, an absolute queen, raised her glass. To trust in love. Half the room toasted. The rest sat in stunned silence. Update 3: After Ethan bolted, Sarah lost it. Not sad tears, but furious, entitled rage. How dare you embarrass me like this? Embarrass you? You invited your ex to our wedding. It wasn't like that. We're just friends with a past. Lauren snorted. A past you were actively reliving. Sarah's dad spoke up. Sarah, is this true? Have you been inappropriate with this man? Dad, Drew's exaggerating. He invaded my privacy, snooped through my messages. Because you lied about his wife's name, I cut in. You said she was Emily. Sarah's brother, Matt, shook his head. Sis, what the hell? Sarah's facade cracked. Fine. Yes, Ethan and I have been talking. Yes, I wanted him at the wedding. He's the one I let slip away. I needed to know if I was choosing right. The room erupted. Her mom sobbed. Her dad knocked over his chair. At your wedding? You were going to decide at your wedding. I laughed genuinely. Well, that simplifies things. I pulled an envelope from my jacket. Here's my wedding gift. It was the invoice for all the deposits I'd paid: venue, caterer, florist, band. $18,000. What's this? Sarah asked. Your dad can explain. Since he wanted a traditional wedding where the bride's family plans but I pay. Well, the wedding's cancelled. These are non-refundable in my name. If you want them for your next wedding, maybe to Ethan after his divorce, your family can pay me back. Her dad's face went pale. You paid all the deposits? Every cent. Sarah wanted the premium packages. I have the receipts. Lauren stood. Speaking of receipts, Ethan, my lawyer's calling Monday. I'm taking half of everything, including your prized motorcycle. She turned to Sarah. You can have him when I'm done. Good luck with a cheater who'll be couch surfing at his mom's. Sarah broke down, ugly crying, snot and all. Drew, please, we can fix this. I choose you. Choose me? After getting caught? How kind. Her sister, Lily, finally spoke. Sarah, you're an idiot. You had a great guy and threw it away for what? A guy who cheats on his wife. Lily, their mom scolded. No, Mom. I'm done coddling her. She's nearly 30, acting like a high schooler. The dinner ended with Sarah's family bickering, Lauren swapping numbers with my sister. They clicked, and me walking out, feeling free for the first time in months. Sarah texted me later. You destroyed my life. I replied, no, you destroyed yours. I just didn't let you take me down with you. Update for the next 3 days were chaos. Sarah tried to win me back. Showed up at my place with roses. Ironic. Wearing the lingerie I'd bought her for our anniversary. Manipulative. Begging for forgiveness. Drew, I'll block Ethan forever. Please. Sarah, you used our wedding to test your feelings for another guy. That's unforgivable. It wasn't like that. I was just unsure. Unsure? You lied about Lauren's name. That's calculated. She tried to barge into my apartment. We need to talk properly. No, we don't. Leave, or I'm calling security. You're throwing away 3 years. You did, the second you invited him. When that failed, she went full scorched earth online. Posted a tearful rant about how I was possessive, jealous, and ruined our wedding over a harmless friendship. Tagged all our mutuals. Bad move. Lauren commented. Harmless? Is that why you told Ethan I was abroad while planning to seat him near your head table? Then she shared screenshots, just enough. Ethan saying, remember our beach trip? Sarah replying, best weekend of my life. Dated 3 months ago when she was supposedly at a team-building retreat. Sarah's victim story collapsed in real time. Her mom called me. Drew, you've humiliated our family. Couldn't this have been private? Linda, I tried. Sarah made it public by inviting Ethan to our wedding. But to blindside her like that? Like she blindsided me with her ex? At least I did it at the rehearsal, not the ceremony. Silence. The deposits? Non-refundable in my name. $18,000. That's on you. Then came the flying monkeys, her friends texting and calling. She messed up, but she loves you. Lauren's probably exaggerating. All couples have problems. The wedding's in 3 weeks. Think of the guests. To each, I sent. She invited her ex, who she's been emotionally cheating with, to our wedding and lied about his wife. Would you marry someone who did that? Most went silent. Update 2 weeks before the wedding date. Sarah's dad called. Drew, I need the vendor details. For what? A long sigh. Sarah wants to cancel everything officially. We'll cover the deposits. All $18,000? Yes. Send the breakdown. I did. Within 48 hours, I had a check. They really wanted to bury the embarrassment. Meanwhile, Lauren's divorce was moving fast. Ethan was careless. Hotel charges for late work nights. Dinner receipts for 2 when he was solo, and a burner phone in his glove box. That phone had it all. Photos, texts, and a draft email where Ethan planned to object at our wedding. Yes, really. He was going to stand up when the officiant asked for objections. Ready to sweep Sarah away. Lauren sent me the screenshots. Thought you'd want to know what you dodged. Ethan's message to Sarah. If you give me a sign at the ceremony, I'll do it. We'll run off together. Sarah's reply. So romantic, but I'll decide in the moment. She was literally going to choose at the altar. I sent it to Sarah with one line. You're unhinged. Her response was a novella about how I didn't understand real love, how Ethan was her true match, how I was too predictable, how she settled for me because I was reliable. I forwarded it to her dad. His reply, good Lord. Update 6 on what would have been our wedding day. I went golfing with my groomsmen. Had a blast. That night, we hit a high-end steakhouse. Sarah always called it overpriced nonsense. Mid-dinner, Nate showed me his phone. You gotta see this. Sarah had worn her wedding dress and gone to the venue. Alone. Posted Instagram photos captioned, the day that could have been, and real love forgives. The comments were savage. This is deranged. Didn't you cheat? This is pathetic. Delete it. Therapy. Now. Her sister commented, Sarah, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. The kicker? Lauren's comment. Same dress you planned to wear while choosing between your fiancé and my husband? Classy. By morning, Sarah deleted everything and locked her accounts. 3 months later, here's the fallout. Sarah's back with her parents, same job, posting vague quotes about overcoming toxic relationships, getting no likes. Ethan ghosted her after Lauren cleaned him out in the divorce. Lost the house, half his savings, paying alimony, now in a tiny apartment. Lauren sent me a photo of her with the motorcycle keys. Captioned, "Thanks for the heads up. Lauren's killing it. Promoted at work, bought Ethan's share of the house, dating a surgeon she met at yoga. We still text sometimes, an odd but solid friendship. I took a 2-week trip to Europe with the deposit money. Met someone in a Barcelona cooking class, Clara. Wasn't looking, but she's incredible. Laughed so hard she snorted when I told her this saga on our 3rd date. Sarah's dad still sends me holiday cards. The last one said, thanks for exposing her before more harm was done. Her mom unfollowed me but likes my posts from her Etsy shop account. Forgot I can see that, Linda. Last week, Sarah texted, heard you're seeing someone. Hope you're happy. I didn't reply, but yeah, I am. Happy I trusted my instincts. Happy I contacted Lauren. Happy I didn't marry someone who'd treat our wedding like a reality show audition. Takeaway: when people reveal their true selves, trust them. And if they invite their ex to your wedding, invite their spouse. Truth loves a good dinner party. To those asking if I regret the public showdown, nope. Sarah set the stage. I just made sure everyone had a front row seat. The rehearsal venue still has a photo of that night in their office, labeled the Chaos Dinner. The manager said they use it to train staff on handling drama. At least we're unforgettable. Edit. Yes, Lauren and I are still friends. No, nothing romantic happened or will. She's like a cool aunt who's great at payback. Clara finds the story hilarious and even bonded with Lauren. We all grabbed brunch last month. Ethan drove by the cafe, and Lauren waved her new engagement ring at him. His expression was golden. Edit 2. To those saying I should have canceled privately. She planned to use our wedding to decide between me and her ex. That disrespect deserved a spotlight. Play dumb games, win dumb prizes.